Welcome to this month's guided meditation. As we begin, I invite you to bring your awareness, as I always do, to the surface supporting you right now, and particularly bring your awareness to the way in which your body meets that support. As I've said many times, remember that support is a reciprocal process. Support is offered and support is received. And very often, receiving support is much more challenging than offering it. So notice now all the ways in which your body and your psyche receive the support offered in this moment. Notice any settling that's going on in your body now. Just finding places where maybe you're letting go a little more, finding a touch more ease. Just noticing, no working at it at all. Just noticing what naturally arises when you bring your awareness to the fact that the surface under you is doing all the work for you right now. That your body is supported in this moment. And then follow the next out breath down to the bottom of the breath, to that gap between breaths that is always there. And take just a moment to touch into the stillness that's in every gap between breaths. Actually, the stillness is a background that is always there all the time. We can access it in the gap between breaths, but we can access it also by just remembering it is within and behind every thought, every feeling, every impulse, every action. It is always within and behind everything. All we need to do is shift from foreground to background, and the stillness is right there to lean into, to find that supportive presence. As you settle in even more, remember the radiating tone that arises from your core, that is the energy signature you constantly offer to yourself and the world. That your core presence is always radiating out through you into the world around you. It is your ongoing gift, actually, to yourself and to the world around you, because it's in your core presence that you find that steadiness that is never disturbed. There is a very basic steadiness we carry in our core presence that is unaffected by what goes on in the world around us. It is a steady presence. The frequency that we explore this month is generosity, the living essence, expression, and presence of generosity. Generosity as a frequency, as a living essence. And remember You can sense into this frequency as an archetype, or as a living spirit, or as part of the natural world of this planet, as part of our collective consciousness, whatever way makes sense to you to access these frequencies. And remember, if generosity isn't where you need to be right now, choose another frequency and just keep changing my language as we go through this meditation together. Notice that awareness of the frequency of generosity might come to you as an image, a sound, a color, a symbol perhaps, or some other representation that brings it to life in your awareness. I'm going to be silent now for a bit of time as you explore what comes into your awareness when you choose to resonate with the living presence of generosity. As you resonate with generosity, notice what happens in your body, in your emotions, in your thinking and self-talk, and be sure to allow any mixed feelings that may arise, allowing them to come into awareness, and then, if appropriate, just to move on through on the stream of consciousness that is constantly flowing. It's not unusual to have mixed feelings about some of these frequencies, so you always want to make room for any and every aspect of your wholeness. Imagine now going through the coming days, the coming weeks, resonating with this essence of generosity, and notice how this frequency, as is true of so many of the frequencies we've explored, automatically engages your heart space. That in the same way as curiosity created an opening, generosity does something quite similar. It also offers an opening of your heart, an opening of awareness to recognize what calls on the essence and quality of generosity. It offers and brings with it a particular quality of awareness a quality of noticing the world around you, of noticing where generosity would be a gift or fill a necessity or in some other way respond to yourself and the world around you. It's very important to remember that generosity is a quality, a frequency, and essence that you offer to yourself as well as to others. So notice the felt sense in your body, your emotions, your thoughts as you imagine living with this essence, expressing it in your daily life as you go into the coming days and weeks. And take a moment especially to explore what it's like to imagine offering greater generosity to yourself in your thoughts about yourself, in what you offer yourself, in the way you treat yourself. Imagine coming to your own body, mind, being with an attitude expressing the essence of the living presence of generosity. Notice your heart space as you do this. Especially notice if you can open your heart to yourself in a way that expresses generosity. Notice your experience if from your heart you say to yourself and to your core expression, I choose generosity. I choose to express and embody generosity. I choose to be an expression of the frequency of generosity in my world. Just noticing how that feels. Find the words that are right for you, but notice what it's like to choose to resonate with and express generosity toward yourself and your world as a living frequency, quality, tone of your being. And as we get ready to close our meditation for this time, Notice in this moment what it's like if you were to radiate a feeling of generosity throughout your own body, mind, being, and then out into the environment around you, as if you were wearing that essence throughout your whole body, mind, being, and taking it with you into the world you inhabit. And so, as always, remember to wiggle your fingers and toes as you come on back from this meditation. And until next time, I wish you well.